Why should you get a lumbar fusion? This is super common. This question is on people's minds. Like, my doctor recommended a fusion. Why would I do that? I've heard horror stories. I've heard that if you get one fusion, you're getting another and then another. And before you know it, your whole back's fused. What is the reason to do a fusion in the first place? And what is the long-term consequence? We do fusions in the spine when the spine is unstable or the alignment is off, or both. If you have a slip in the disc and the vertebrae are not aligned correctly, or you have scoliosis at a segment or multiple segments of the spine, that's when we start thinking about fusion. We also do fusion for fractures or other instances of spinal instability. But we have to have a pretty compelling reason to do a fusion. We don't just do a fusion because we like putting screws in or we just love the surgery. Like, if I recommend a fusion, I'm recommending it to my mom in that situation. I'm recommending it to my dad in that situation. I would never recommend a fusion to somebody unless I thought that was what you should do. What do we do during lumbar fusion? Well, the surgery is done. Usually we go through the back, sometimes the front, but usually the back, and it's done under general anesthesia. We use a very special technology called neuronavigation, which allows us to put the hardware in or the screws in very accurately. Really don't have any accuracy issues putting the screws in. The screws are put in to get the spine back into good alignment and to hold it there so that it can fuse over time. Oftentimes, we're also taking the disc out and putting bone into the disc space along with a cage. We don't always do that, but usually do. That can be for improving the alignment, and then the bone can fuse in the disc space, or it can also fuse out to the sides. One thing that patients don't recognize sometimes is when we are doing a fusion, we are usually also decompressing the nerves. So we're doing a laminectomy at the same time. In some cases, we can do a anterior or lateral fusion, and that can open up the disc space dramatically and can indirectly decompress the nerves. But if you have pinched nerves, we're going to make sure that the nerves are no longer under duress during surgery so that you don't have that pain going down your legs anymore. What's the recovery from a fusion? I would say that it's a little bit variable. It depends on how extensive the fusion was. Generally speaking, is probably 3 to 4 months. During the recovery, we want you up and walking. We want you moving and incrementally increasing your activity with the idea that at that 3-4 month mark, you're back to doing all activities. We do have the patient spend one night in the hospital, but it's usually not more than one night. By and large, the patients go home the day after surgery. What are the risks? During surgery, we could cause a spinal fluid leak. We could injure the nerves. Those are two risks. They're very uncommon. The spinal fluid leak rate in my hands is about 2%. The injury rate for a nerve is less than that. We could theoretically misplace hardware. That has not been an issue, with rare exceptions. So probably 1 in 500 or 1 in 1,000. The biggest two risks, maybe three risks of a lumbar fusion would be infection. That's probably 1 in 300 or 400. Fluid collection requiring another surgery, which maybe is 1 in 100. And then maybe the biggest risk is called non-union. So the bones don't actually fuse. And that's probably more like 1 in 10. With the patients, we need to be vigilant in monitoring for fusion. And then the big question, like, what's my long-term look like if I have a lumbar fusion? I would say that in my practice, if you can think of an activity, a general activity, we have patients doing it that have had lumbar fusions: skiing, biking, paragliding, touring the world, going on cruises, running, marathons, professional sports, etc. So I don't think patients are necessarily limited by having had a fusion. I think the opposite is probably true, that they are able to do things much better after their fusions have healed than they were before. Are you going to need another surgery? The rate in the literature across thousands and thousands of patients is probably around 20% at 10 years. So yes, some patients do end up having another surgery. Doing a fusion does stress the adjacent segments. Plus, you had genetics or other predisposing factors to have had a fusion in the first place. But there is a risk of having another surgery. So we do surgery when it's needed, and then we work together to ensure the healthiest bone, the healthiest muscle and tendons and ligaments and body mechanics as possible to keep your spine healthy long term.